Guys, I'm out here on an overnight. This is my last chance to do an overnight here in Texas. In about 2 weeks, I'm moving to North Carolina. Getting back towards family. I'm a native Texan, but my family's up in North Carolina, so I'm heading back. So just to kind of give you a little overview, I've got a hammock here, just stretched between two trees. I've got a tarp as on a ridge line, just to kind of help keep any rain that might fall. There's about a 20% chance of rain close towards the morning. I'm in front of you here. Obviously you can see the flames coming up. That is my upside down fire. It's been going for about an hour now, and it's not even halfway through. So pretty soon I'm going to get my supper out and we'll cook me up some supper over top of it. But anyways, I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and show you around a little bit. So here's a closer look of my upside down fire. I built it this way because the ground's fairly moist here. So I put the larger logs on the bottom and slowly stacked up with smaller logs until I got to the very top. One, to help keep the beginning of the fire from dying out due to the moisture in the ground soaking it out, and two, so I wouldn't really have to mess with it much. And needless to say, it's been going on for about an hour or so now, and it has not been needing any sort of attention or maintenance to it. I've got a couple larger logs I might throw on later tonight. I probably will not sleep with the fire tonight due to the fact that it's only supposed to get down to roughly 69 degrees. With the slight chance of rain in the morning, but I built the fire mainly to get the mosquitoes away, and it's helped some, but not completely. The wind's blowing in the wrong direction to really cover my hammock. But anyways, so that there is my upside down fire. Over here on a couple trees, I just notched a branch off for my bag, and that is a Swiss mountain bag, Swiss Army bag some people call it. It is a rucksack. It's got an internal metal frame. Extremely good pack. I can fit more than enough stuff in there. And then I just got the little bag that the hammock came in, my canteen kit with some fire starting and wipes in there, and then got my food in that with a couple of those freezer ice pack things, so I don't have to worry about water melting all over the place, but it will still at least keep, I'm hoping to keep my eggs cool enough for in the morning, so I can have some breakfast. But anyway, so that's kind of my setup there, and then I've got my hammock with the tarp over top of it. Now, I did make a mistake when setting my fire up, because I set it up before I got my tarp up, but that string needs to cross right down there, and as you can tell, it's a little close to my fire. So I'm going to wait on setting that up probably just before I go to bed. And then that's it. So right out through those trees, right in through there, is actually a pasture. Well, maybe I'll take you over there in a little bit. And then probably 100 yards or so through those trees is actually a neighborhood. So I'm trying not to be too loud or keep my fire too high. You might be able to hear the neighborhood kids over there playing. So anyway, so alright, I'm gonna cut out and maybe set up for some supper. Alright, so my hot dogs were cooking, but they weren't cooking very fast. So I just stuck them over top of the fire real fast, get a good char on them. I'm probably going to turn the camera off now, go sit down and eat, save my battery. That way I'll have some for tomorrow, so I can cook breakfast and all that fun jazz. So until later, I might see you tonight, might see you in the morning. This is life right here. Peace and quiet. Listening to the birds chirp. Listening to the crackle of the fire. Only thing I gotta worry about is the coyote comes by and starts sniffing me out. Got a lightning bug behind me. So if the coyotes don't come. Alright guys, well, it is about 20-30 minutes till it is going to be completely dark. If I were to shine the camera out, it would look dark unless I showed it up at the sky. There's a little bit of light left in the sky, but in these trees you can't really see anything. My fire is about out. Let's see if I can show that to you. Yeah, just some glowing embers left. I'm not too worried about that catching. I cleared it away pretty well. Unless the wind starts really kicking up, and I don't see that happening. But anyway, so I'm going to get relaxed and in bed, and I'll see y'all later. Good night. So it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's been an okay night. Haven't had a lot of sleep. Critters are running around in the background. Had a skunk pass through the camp about 12 o'clock. As well as a few other critters running around in the bushes in the back. I'm a light sleeper, so I wake up fairly easily when it comes to noises. On top of that, mosquitoes have been pretty relentless. That's the one thing I would have probably added to my kit if I had thought about it, was bug spray. They've been attacking my face and my hands and arms pretty bad. It's not necessarily cold enough for it, but to help keep the mosquitoes off, I went and got my wool blanket out of my bag. Just so I could cover up my legs and my arms, and my face to some degree. But it's helped out a little bit, not 100%. They still get underneath my blanket and fly around my face sometimes. But anyways, I figured I'd also take the time to show you kind of my setup here. So obviously I'm in my hammock, and so on my ridge line I've got my knife, my keys, spare flashlight, gloves. And since they say you shouldn't sleep with your boots on, but I don't want my boots on the ground, I've just tied my shoelaces around my ridge line and letting them hang from my ridge line. That way critters don't necessarily get into them. They'll stay dry, but they're not on my feet. Man. Alright. I think I'm going to try to get another hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep before I get up and make some breakfast. So until then, I shall see you in the daylight.